On Sunday's Media Buzz, we talked about Scott Walker, in particular some of the media scrutiny that the governor of Wisconsin is suddenly getting. And by the way, I think sitting in front of this camera, I predicted this a couple of weeks ago because he had shot up to the top of one of these ridiculously early Iowa polls, and I said, just wait. Scott Walker may have a very impressive record as the governor in Wisconsin, won 3 elections in 4 years, but the public doesn't know much about him. The media have a lot to learn about him, and we're going to start seeing these tougher pieces. So everybody's seen the piece of videotape where he's at a forum in London, is asked a question about evolution, says, I don't think a politician should answer that. Boy, some of the people like Howard Dean just thought that was terrible, and I don't know if in the end it's going to mean anything to his potential 2016 candidacy. But I was really struck by the long Washington Post piece that we talked about on the show, where it examined his time in college and why he didn't finish college, and how some professors and fellow students said he didn't seem terribly interested in academics, as if it was some horrible thing that Governor Walker went on to win elections, statewide elections, despite the fact that he didn't have a college degree. And I think I said on the air, maybe this is just the elites who are so hung up on educational credentials that this seems like a horrible thing to them, and I don't know in the end it will matter all that much. So we got an we got a tweet from Solomon Zabrowski who says they, I guess meaning the media, want to tag him as stupid the way they tried to do with Reagan. It didn't work with Reagan. It won't work with Walker. Well, certainly some of Scott Walker's critics on the left are trying to make it almost a disqualification, the fact he doesn't have a college degree, but so what? I mean, I would say that he went to the school of hard knocks. He figured out how to win elections. And he was reelected. At first he beat the recall election in Wisconsin, then he was reelected. In the end, if you have a PhD, does that mean you're more qualified to be president? Or is it better to show that you know how to run a state, make tough decisions? In Walker's case, a big selling point in the GOP primaries is taking on the public employee unions. I think, in the end, the media may focus on it, but I don't think that failing to finish college is going to be disqualifying. Yes, there's no president since, 100, 150 years ago has been in that category, but ultimately people are not going to vote on whether he has a piece of paper. People are going to vote whether or not they think Scott Walker is qualified to sit in the Oval Office.